Today is my birthday and I can't celebrate because Mama died today, rancher, and only you noticed. The machines went quiet at 3:47 in the morning. Lily held her mother's cold hand and watched the green line go flat on the monitor. 17 years old today, and the only person who remembered was dead. We need to clear the room. A nurse in blue scrubs stood in the doorway with a clipboard. Can I have a minute? The cleaning crew need to get in here. She just died. I understand, honey, but we got procedures. Lily kissed her mother's forehead and stepped back from the bed. The nurse was already unplugging machines. Where do I go now? Talk to the social worker. She's waiting outside. The hallway fluorescent lights buzzed overhead. A woman in a wrinkled pantsuit sat in a plastic chair, filling out forms. Lily Morrison? Yes, ma'am. I'm Janet Coleman, Social Services. Sorry for your loss. Thank you. We need to discuss arrangements. What arrangements? Housing. Guardianship. You're still a minor. Lily clutched a plastic bag containing her mother's wedding ring and wallet. I can take care of myself. The loss is different. Sheriff Morrison walked down the hall, his boots echoing off the linoleum. No relation despite the shared name, just another small-town coincidence that followed Lily her whole life. Miss Morrison. Sheriff. Heard about your mother. Real shame. His voice carried no warmth. Thank you. We need to talk about that house you've been living in. What about it? Rental property. Rent's due end of the week. Lily felt the floor shift beneath her feet. Can't we work something out? Property owner wants it cleared. You got till Friday. Where am I supposed to go? Sheriff Morrison looked at the social worker. That's her department. Janet Coleman closed her folder. Foster placement. I got a family over in Millerville, might take you. I don't want to leave town. Not much choice. This is my home. Home's where somebody wants you. Honey. And right now, that ain't here. Lily walked outside into the pre-dawn darkness. The hospital parking lot stretched empty under yellow streetlights. She sat on a concrete bench and stared at the death certificate in her hands. Margaret Louise Morrison, age 39, cause of death, cancer. An old man walking his dog nodded as he passed. Morning. He didn't stop. Didn't ask why a teenager was sitting alone outside a hospital at 4 in the morning. A delivery truck rumbled past. The driver didn't look her way. 2 nurses finished their shift and walked to their cars, talking about weekend plans. Happy birthday to me. The words came out as a whisper. Mama, I know you can't hear me, but today's my birthday. 17. You always said 17 was when a girl becomes a woman. Guess I'm a woman now. Tears fell onto the death certificate, smearing the ink. You ordered me that cake from the grocery store. Chocolate with pink roses. I saw the receipt in your purse. But you never got to give it to me. A truck engine idled in the parking lot. Lily looked up to see a weathered Ford pickup, its headlights cutting through the darkness. The engine shut off and a man climbed out. He was maybe late 40s, wearing work clothes and boots. His face was lined by sun and worry, but his eyes were kind. He walked slowly toward the bench, like he was approaching a scared animal. Mind if I sit? Lily scooted over without speaking. I'm Cole Brennan. I've been waiting out here for about an hour, watching. Why? Because I lost someone in that building once. I know what it looks like. Cole sat down, leaving space between them. Today's your birthday, isn't it? Lily's breath caught in her throat. How did you know? Because I can see it in your face. The way you're trying not to let yourself feel anything good on such a bad day. Nobody else noticed. People see what they want to see. And what do you want to see? Cole studied her face in the streetlight. I see a girl who lost her mama on the day she turned 17. I see someone who's been sitting alone for an hour while this whole town walked past without stopping. Lily wiped her eyes with her sleeve. I'm sorry about your mama. Nobody should have to face both things on the same day. Why do you care? Because 5 years ago I lost my daughter, Emma. She would have been 22 today. Lily felt something loosen in her chest. Same birthday, same birthday. Cole stood up and extended his hand. Come on, let me drive you home. I don't have a home anymore. You got one tonight. They walked toward his truck. Cole opened the passenger door and helped her inside. Before starting the engine, he reached into the glove compartment and pulled out a small wrap package. This was for Emma. Been carrying around for 5 years. Couldn't bring myself to throw it away. He handed her the gift. Happy birthday, Lily. She stared at the package through fresh tears. I can't take this. Emma would have wanted you to have it. Cole started the truck. Sometimes the best gifts come from the worst days. Sometimes that's the only way we learn what kindness looks like. As they drove through the empty streets, Lily held the gift in her lap and understood that some birthdays mark endings and some mark beginnings, and sometimes they mark both things at once. Lily unwrapped the gift with trembling fingers. Inside was a simple silver locket, tarnished but beautiful. She opened it to find a tiny photograph of a girl with dark hair and bright eyes. That's Emma. Cole's voice was soft as he drove through the empty streets. She looks like me. That's what I thought when I saw you sitting on that bench. Lily fastened the locket around her neck. How did she die? Leukemia. Took her 2 years to lose the fight. I'm sorry. She was 17 when she got sick. Same age you are now. They pulled up to a small white house with peeling paint and a sagging porch. Lily had lived here her whole life, but tonight it looked different. Smaller, more fragile. You don't have to come in. I'm not leaving you alone. Inside, the house smelled like medicine and sadness. Lily's mother had spent her last weeks in the living room, too weak to climb the stairs. Her hospital bed still dominated the space, surrounded by pill bottles and medical equipment. Where should we start? Cole asked gently. Her bedroom, I guess. They climbed the narrow stairs. Lily's mother's room was neat and sparse, everything in its place. Cole helped her pack clothes into boxes, while Lily went through the dresser drawers. Cole, look at this. Hidden beneath old sweaters was a metal box secured with a small padlock. Lily found the key taped under the drawer. Inside were photographs, medical records, and letters written in her mother's careful handwriting. The photos showed chemical drums stacked in a basement, toxic waste warnings clearly visible on the labels. Where were these taken? The school. That's the basement where Mama cleaned at night. Cole studied the images. These are industrial chemical containers. What kind of chemicals? The kind that cause cancer. Lily pulled out a letter dated 3 months ago. Listen to this. Dr. Peterson confirmed my blood. Work shows chemical exposure. The levels are consistent with prolonged contact with industrial solvents. I know where I was exposed. I have proof, but nobody will listen. Who did she try to tell? Says here she went to the school board. They told her she was imagining things. Cole found another letter. This one's addressed to the county health department. What's it say? That she tried to report the chemical storage but was told to mind her own business. Lily's hands shook as she read her mother's final letter. They fired me for asking questions. Sheriff Morrison said I was causing trouble, but I got pictures. I got proof. These chemicals are poisoning anyone who goes in that basement. Kids have P class right above where they store this poison. Somebody has to protect them. Your mama was a whistleblower. She was trying to save people. And they killed her for it. Lily looked up sharply. You think they murdered her? I think they poisoned her slowly and called it cancer. Cole pulled out his phone and showed Lily pictures of dead cattle on his land. Same company. Hartwell Waste Management. They've been dumping chemicals on my property for 2 years. You knew about this? I've been trying to prove it, but I needed an inside witness. My mama, your mama. Heavy footsteps climbed the porch stairs. Car door slammed outside. Sheriff's Department. Open up. Lily looked out the window. Sheriff Morrison stood on the porch with 2 deputies. What do they want? To clean up loose ends. Cole gathered the evidence into box. Hide this. Where? Anywhere they won't look. Lily shoved the box under her bed as the front door opened without invitation. Lily Morrison. Sheriff Morrison's voice echoed through the house. Up here. They climbed the stairs, boots heavy on the wooden steps. Time to go, girl. Go where? Foster placement. Social services found you a home. I told him I don't want to leave. What you want don't matter. You're a minor. Sheriff Morrison looked around the bedroom. Packing up your mama's things? Yeah. Find anything interesting? Cole stepped forward. Like what? Papers. Documents. Things that might not belong to her. Just clothes and personal items. Sheriff Morrison's eyes narrowed. Margaret Morrison had a big mouth. Hope her daughter's smarter. What's that supposed to mean? Lily's voice came out stronger than she felt. Means some secrets are dangerous to know. What secrets? The kind that get people hurt. Cole moved closer to Lily. She's 17 years old. She just lost her mother. And she's about to lose her home if she don't cooperate. Sheriff Morrison pulled out an eviction notice. Property owner wants immediate possession. You got 1 hour to collect personal items. That's not legal. It is when the minor has no guardian and can't pay rent. Lily felt the locket against her chest. Emma's memory giving her courage. What if I find a guardian? What if you mind your own business? Cole stepped between them. The girl's under my protection now. You got no legal standing. I got moral standing. That don't count in my county. Sheriff Morrison smiled coldly. 1 hour, girl. Then you're coming with me. After they left, Cole turned to Lily. You got a choice to make. What choice? Safety or justice? Can I have both? Not in this town. Not against these men. Lily pulled the evidence box from under the bed. My mama died fighting for justice. Your mama died. She died protecting other people's children. And now those same people want to destroy you. Lily looked at the photographs of chemical drums, at her mother's letters, at the proof that could bring down powerful men. What would Emma do? Cole was quiet for a long moment. Emma would fight. Then that's what I'm going to do. Sheriff Morrison's face went red when he heard Lily's words. Fight who, little girl? The men who killed my mama. Your mama died of cancer. My mama died of poison. Morrison stepped closer, his hand moving toward his gun. You better watch that mouth. Cole moved between them. Back off. This is my jurisdiction. Not anymore. Car engines rumbled outside. Through the window, Lily saw 3 black SUVs pulling into the driveway. What the hell? Morrison looked panicked. Environmental Protection Agency. Cole smiled grimly. I called them 2 hours ago. You son of a bitch. You poisoned my cattle. You killed her mother. You think I was going to let that slide? Federal agents knocked on the door downstairs. EPA, we have a warrant. Morrison lunged to the evidence box, but Lily grabbed it first. That's mine. That's stolen property. That's my mama's proof. Agent Martinez appeared in the doorway with 2 other investigators. Sheriff Morrison, you're under arrest. For what? Conspiracy to illegally dispose of toxic waste. Bribery. Obstruction of justice. Morrison's deputies had already been cuffed downstairs. This is bullshit. This is justice. Lily stepped forward, the evidence box in her arms. Agent Martinez? Yes, miss? I got something you need to see. In the living room, Lily spread out her mother's photographs and letters on the hospital bed. Agent Martinez studied each piece of evidence carefully. Your mother documented everything. She knew they were going to kill her. How do you mean? She knew the chemicals would kill her eventually, but she kept working to gather proof. Cole put his hand on Lily's shoulder. Tell them what she told you. Lily looked at Emma's locket around her neck. Mama said somebody had to protect the kids. The school storage is right under the gymnasium. Kid's been breathing poison for 2 years. Will you testify to that? Morrison shouted from the kitchen where agents were cuffing him. She's lying. The girl's traumatized. I ain't traumatized. Lily's voice carried her mother's strength. I'm angry. Agent Martinez nodded. We'll need you in court. I'll be there. These men are dangerous, miss. They got powerful friends. Cole stepped closer to Lily. She won't be alone. You her guardian? I'm her family. 6 months later, Lily sat on Cole's ranch porch watching the sunrise on her 18th birthday. The trials had ended 3 weeks ago. Morrison got 20 years for corruption and conspiracy. The waste disposal company was shut down, its executives facing federal charges. Morning, birthday girl. Cole came out with 2 cups of coffee. Morning, Dad. She'd started calling him that after the adoption papers went through. Sleep okay? Like a baby? Good. Big day today. Yeah. Lily opened the newspaper to read about the environmental cleanup at the school. The basement had been completely decontaminated. New air quality monitors were installed throughout the building. Says here the Margaret Morrison Memorial Scholarship Fund raised $50,000. Your mama will be proud. You think she knows? I think she's been watching over you this whole time. Cole sat down in the rocking chair. Beside her, Emma too. Both are girls. Both are girls. Lily touched the locket at her throat. I miss her. Which one? Both of them. They sat in comfortable silence, watching cattle graze in the fields where toxic waste used to poison the ground. Ready to go? Yeah. They drove to Greenwood Cemetery, where fresh flowers marked her mother's grave. The headstone read, Margaret Louise Morrison, Mother, Fighter, Hero. Lily knelt beside the stone and placed a folder on the grass. Happy birthday, Mama. I brought you something. She opened the folder to show the official EPA report declaring the school safe for all children. I kept your promise. The kids are protected now. Cole knelt beside her. She gave you the best gift a mother can give. What's that? The courage to fight for what's right. Lily wiped away tears. I used to think my birthday was cursed, the worst day of my life. And now I think maybe it was meant to be this way. Maybe Mama had to die on my birthday, so I'd never forget what she died for. Her gift to you. Her gift to me. They stood up, brushing dirt from their knees. You know what I realized? Cole looked at her. What's that? I spent 17 years thinking I was nobody, just the janitor's daughter. Poor girl from the wrong side of town. And now I know I'm Margaret Morrison's daughter, the woman who saved a whole school full of kids with her courage. That's exactly who you are. They walked back toward the truck, leaving fresh flowers and the promise of justice on her mother's grave. Dad. Yeah. Thank you for noticing me that day at the hospital. Thank you for letting me. What do you mean? Cole opened the truck door for her. You gave me a reason to keep fighting, just like Emma asked me to. Emma? Before she died, she made me promise to fight the men who poison children. You never told me that. I was waiting for the right moment. Lily climbed into the passenger seat. When was the right moment? When I met another daughter worth fighting for. As they drove away from the cemetery, Lily understood that some gifts only reveal themselves in the giving, and some birthdays mark not what's lost but what's found.